What is up, you guys? Gold Pody here today in the 2018 Volkswagen Jetta GLI, courtesy of Hanover Volkswagen in Hanover, PA. And so I saw Hanover Volkswagen put a picture of their new GLI on Instagram the other day, and I told myself, dang, that thing looks good. Let's review it. So as always, you guys, let's start with pricing. And so to start, pricing for the 2018 GLI is going to start at $29,545. Powering the beast is going to be a 2-liter turbocharged and intercooled inline 4-cylinder engine, putting out 210 horsepower at 5,300 RPM and 207 pound-feet of torque available at 1,700 RPM. Power is going to be sent to the front wheels on this one through your choice of either a 6-speed DSG or a 6-speed DSG, meaning this is the major change for 2018. Of course, there will be no 6-speed manual offered on the GLI this year. But on the plus side, of course, the DSG does come with paddle shifters, which we will be testing out a little bit. So if you wanted more control over the vehicle, you still have the paddle shifters. But so then when it comes to 0 to 60 time on this one, that is going to come in at approximately 6.3 seconds, with MPG numbers coming in at 24 in the city, 33 on the highway. So to put it in that full paddle shift mode, I'm going to slide the shifter back and to the right here. That is going to allow me full control over the shifting here. And let's see how quickly these paddle shifters here react for us. Actually pretty quick. I am actually impressed. Of course, Volkswagen's DSG transmission has always been pretty quick on the paddle shifters. It's funny these days, I never know what to expect, because as far as paddle shifters go, you would think a car like the Ford Mustang or Chevy Camaro would be so much quicker than a car like this, but the GLI's paddle shifters are actually so much quicker than cars like the Mustang GT or the Camaro SS. It's surprising. But so then to touch on braking a little bit, because that is equally important, and it just came to a stop at the stop sign, which made me remember it. Up front, there are 12.3-inch vented disc brakes. In the back, 10.7-inch solid rear discs. As far as the braking feel goes, I just came to a stop back there. It is perfectly fine. Definitely don't have to stop on the brake like I do in some other cars to get it to stop. But so now let me touch on handling a little bit here as I carve through some back roads. First, let me start by saying there are anti-roll bars in the front and the rear. There is also a multi-link rear suspension, and you do have the XDS cross differential system as found on the Volkswagen Golf GTI. As far as the ride quality goes, you can feel a little more of the road, as you typically can with sportier cars or cars with larger wheels for that matter. And the steering feel is just about average. It's not too loose and it's not too heavy of a steering feel either, so I'd say it's somewhere in the middle on this one. And then when it comes to visibility, this is a 4-door sedan with absolutely perfect visibility. I can see perfectly fine out the back there, so definitely no issues with that one. So, but now enough with the driving dynamics, you guys. Let's check out the exterior of the 2018 Volkswagen Jetta GLI. And so to start up front, there is that unique front bumper with the honeycomb mesh grille and the GLI badging that distinguishes itself from the other Jetta trim levels. To the sides are halogen headlights with LED daytime running lights as well, and halogen fog lights just below. And make your way to the side, there are GLI specific side skirts along with the GLI badging within that front fender. Also power adjustable side mirrors that do come heated and with integrated turn signals over there. And looking down at the wheel setup, they are 18-inch Bathurst alloy wheels. Then making your way to the back, there is a rear spoiler that comes standard on all Jetta GLIs. And looking down a little bit, LED taillights. Again, LEDs come standard back there. It's definitely nice, along with LED license plate lighting, and just below it all, a single exhaust setup with dual tips. So as always, you guys, here is that exhaust clip. And now, since we are around back, at first I want to mention to open that rear hatch, there is a button on the key fob for that if you like. Simply press that. Once opened up, cargo capacity is going to come in at 15.7 cubic feet. And if that was not quite enough space for you, there is a 60-40 split for a ton of added space there if you needed it. Then make your way to the back seats. Rear legroom comes in at 38.1 inches. So for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have back there. And also for those rear passengers, there is a 12-volt power outlet as well, along with the rear center armrest with cup holders. And then make your way to the front seats. You do get a 6-way power adjustable driver's seat. And as far as the finish goes, it's going to come standard with a VTEX leatherette surface with the red stitching, which is going to tie in with the red stitching on the steering wheel and everywhere else really in the vehicle. But those front seats will come heated as well, and looking forward, again, there is a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, and it is 3-spoke. It does come leather wrapped with the flat bottom and the GLI etched into the bottom of the steering wheel as well. And so, but now for the startup, let me first start by showing you guys the key here. You do have your Volkswagen logo on the one side, and when you flip it over, you have lock, unlock, and that button to pop the rear hatch. But this one actually is all keyless access. So simply put your foot on the brake and press that engine start button. So, but then once started up, tachometer is going to be on your left, speedometer is on your right. There is a small digital display front and center, and to control what is on that digital display, you can actually use the steering wheel mounted controls on the right side, but that is going to give you the option to scroll between your average MPGs, how long you've been driving for. There's going to be a digital speedometer if you wanted it, also your oil temp and how many miles you have left until you hit empty. Then making our way to overall interior quality, there is an auto dimming rear view mirror that comes standard. You definitely don't see that standard on every car out there, so I wanted to emphasize that. That's pretty nice. Also, dual zone climate control. There is a power sunroof, again standard. Also looking up, there is a sunglass holder, and as I was previously mentioning, the red stitching and all that, there are red accents on the doors as well as just above the glove box and on the exterior of the car as well, if you guys haven't noticed already. So I love that it all ties together like that. Then make your way to the tech. There is a 6.3-inch color touchscreen display. It does come standard with Volkswagen CarNet App Connect, meaning you have access to Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you can stream Pandora and just like your songs up there. Also, the free navigation, of course. And this touchscreen display also gives you Bluetooth and audio streaming along with a factory navigation system. And you can actually view images up there if you wanted to. There is also traffic updates available up there as well. And when it comes to the sound system on this one, there is a Fender premium audio system that comes standard with 8 speakers and a subwoofer. So as always, you guys, let's turn on the radio and test out the clarity of this one. Parked in front of a cornfield of Pennsylvania, of course I gotta play some country. Ton of bass on the Fender sound system today, perfectly loud. Definitely a huge fan of it in this car, and again, good bit of bass on this one, definitely impressed. But then last thing I wanted to mention when it comes to the tech is there is a reverse camera when you put this one in reverse, letting you know who or what is behind you, so you don't go running anything or anyone over, which is always gonna lead me into safety. And so to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags. In the back, there is latch, aka lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear car seats. Also, there is going to be a tire pressure monitoring system for each individual tire, along with a blind spot monitor and rear cross traffic alert. That is definitely nice because that is standard on the GLI, and that does not come standard on every vehicle out there. That's it, but anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.